All right. Reading by candlelight. Here we go.
This is romantic, Amy.
It is.
All right.
Will you be my not Valentine? Because it's
bride?
September.
I don't know.
Will you marry me?
Of course. Oh, I've been waiting for this day. Welcome, everyone.
Hello. Welcome to On the Haunt. I'm Amy.
And I'm Whitney. And let's do this.
It's been 2 weeks, so we're totally out of our element right now.
Yes,
and
we are.
We're doing this much later at night than we normally do. So
I kind of like it.
I do like it, but it was really weird. I was trying to figure out what kind of lighting situation to get going on because it was kind of ruined the ambiance with the lamp on.
Yes.
So now we're just like a legit fire hazard sitting here with candles near our papers.
Yes, for real. But it's really, it's good. I'm feeling creepy already.
I like it.
I'm feeling great about this. All right, Amy, you got any haunted housekeeping?
Let me think. I do want to talk about the fact that, because I'm sure people are noticing, and I just want to make it a known fact that we notice it as well. Yes, we do go out and do our, I'm using air quotes right now, research on our topics
So
before
many
we
air
come
quotes.
in. It's literally me going, oh, this looks like a legit article. Copy, paste, copy, paste.
Yes.
So when you hear us reading our stories and we're surprised by any of the details in the story.
Or all of them. For me,
and
anyway.
like me with the voodoo doll going, oh, it was in the mailbox. That's why they reference the mail. It's just because we're stupid. Okay? We get it. We understand. I'm
Yes.
sure you're thinking the same thing, and we're right on board with
And
you.
if you are coming to us wanting thoroughly researched topics, you're in the wrong place. We're both moms with working jobs, jobs
jobs where we work.
And nope, ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
And I kind of like the off the cuff, so
Yeah,
deal
I
with
do
it.
too. It's fine.
Because then I'm just as surprised as you may be.
Yeah, just be glad that I now know anus and are two separate words. So,
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I want to give a quick shout out to my pal JPPI, Jess. I work with her. That's my nickname for her. She sent me some really cool pics this week at work. She was listening to the Marie Laveau episode. So she just sent me some. I'm showing Amy right now. I can post them maybe on our
See, it
Facebook.
kind of looks like a tool shed, right?
It definitely. So we're looking at Marie Laveau's final resting place. It does say Paris, which is cool. And it looks like it's been recently restored. But yeah, it definitely looks like a tool shed.
And how unfair that she has to have Paris on her, what is that called? Mausoleum?
Mausoleum
For all of eternity when he went out to buy a pack of cigarettes and never came back.
Yeah,
what a
be jerk.
Laveau.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so our topic today is one where we both have our arms crossed, like we're very,
we're making very intense eye contact that is incredibly uncomfortable right now.
and we look like we're both broadcast on the nightly news tonight. That's what we look like. We have our hands interlocked.
I am.
Why are we so
Lester
awkward?
Holt. I don't know.
I'm Mary Chung, or what's that?
Connie Chung.
Connie Chung.
Isn't she been off the air? She
I
was
love her,
married to
though.
Maury Povich, right?
Shut up.
No, I'm like,
Really?
Obviously, I can't say
Do
anything
you
with
mean
100%
Montel
certainty.
Williams?
No, I'm pretty sure I mean Maury Povich, but aren't they all
Connie
the
Chung.
same?
I
in
loved
your-
Connie Chung.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm,
sorry. I thought your name was
fairly
Mary.
certain.
What? Okay, God only knows. All right. So tonight we have a really, really interesting topic for you all.
We do. We hope you find it
Yes,
as
hopefully.
interesting as we do.
And there are so many places we can go with this topic. I mean, who
Yeah.
even knows? So tonight we're talking about cryptids. Yeah. High five. we killed
Nailed
that.
it. Nailed it. We are not, or I don't know what you're covering, but I am not covering Bigfoot.
I am not covering Bigfoot either.
I just thought the picture was really funny. That's
Because
why
it
it's
is.
on our
Because
page.
Bigfoot's driving a car or a truck.
A truck, and he just looks like a creeper that leans out his window
Yeah.
and yells
Hey,
at
ladies.
cat calls. My daughter wore a shirt to school the other day. It had a bunch of cats on it. And it said, cats against catcalls. She's like, no one understood. I'm like, whatever, girl.
Yeah,
on Wednesdays, we crumble the patriarchy.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
A shout out to Mandy's son, Darren, who had a sweet shirt on tonight of Bigfoot riding Nessie.
Yes.
And I want that shirt now.
And he walked in the door and we were like, did you read our minds? We were doing cryptids tonight. And he's like, who are you? And why are you in my parents' house? Stop it.
Like, hi, welcome home. Oh my God, we're such idiots. His they're not teenagers, but his friends were also like, who are these freaking losers? This is so embarrassing. We're like, hi, we're getting ready to record a podcast.
In the prayer closet.
In the prayer closet.
We don't care. We're used to it.
One time, Amy and I went on a haunted tour of Jacksonville, Illinois. What a metropolis.
It is.
And as we were walking down the street, someone threw a CD at us.
and shouted, "Go home, losers!" True story.
That's when our life became what it is today.
Don't hate us because you ain't us.
Right. Oh, Lord. All right. So today, I am covering the Jersey Devil.
Ooh, I've heard of the Jersey Devil.
Me too, but I didn't know a lot about it.
Me too. Such a true
Me
story.
too. I've heard about it barely. Yesterday is when I heard about it. No, I've heard about it, but I really didn't know a lot about it. So here we go. Hopefully I can, there it is. It's a beautiful, amazing thing.
Does it have a camel head?
So I'm showing Amy a photo of it. It literally does look like a camel head. I mean, so basically, well, we'll get into it. Because they think it looks like a kangaroo, which I'm not sure about that. I mean, kangaroos are not scary. Anyway, here we go. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Are they?
I bring it because I really don't know much about it. I've only heard the name, so I don't know why I
but here we go.
About this.
My sources today are Wikipedia and WeirdNJNewJersey.com.
Shout out.
Legend has it that in 1735, we're going back.
We're going way back.
Is that colonial times? Yes.
Okay.
Is it?
Are you really asking me?
Yes, I don't know.
All my references are based on Little House on the Prairie episodes. I don't even know.
Yes, colonial times. Because I'm actually going to bring up Benjamin Franklin in a minute.
Yes.
We're getting legit.
Get that kite key, boy.
So, legend has it that in 1735, a Pines resident known as Mother Leeds, she doesn't have a first name, found herself pregnant for the 13th time.
Oh, well, Mother Leeds is an appropriate title then. I mean, once you become a mom after one, isn't that pretty much your whole identity anyways? So
she was sick of it. So Leeds is a very well-known name in New Jersey. Apparently a lot of the colonial folks had that last name. And so here, I could just read this. Leeds is the name of one of New Jersey's earliest settlers, and many descendants of the Leeds family can still be found throughout New Jersey to this day. So, one funny fact about the Leeds family, and I'll just go into it right now. So, the Mother Leeds' husband, and one of their sons.
Father Leeds,
yes, thank you. Father Leeds' son and Mother Leeds' son. Anyway, Daniel was his name. He created an almanac.
Oh.
And it was like his business, but he went right up against Benjamin Franklin. And they were like competing almanaciers.
What? Was there a farmer's almanac? Or was that Benjamin Franklin? I know nothing.
Me neither. They were just rival almanac writers, which is like the
How
biggest
gangsta.
Or like you're the biggest freaking nerds if you're just like, no, my almanac's better.
I'm calling for more snow than you. Ha ha! Take that.
The corn's growing so tall. I don't know what the hell's
Quit smoking by the light of a full moon. That's the only way to work. I don't know.
I don't know anything about almanacs.
I'm just thinking of all the crap my dad used to tell me about almanacs.
I know nothing about almanacs.
Me neither.
But as you may know, in the 17th century, because we went back a little bit further, it's all Quakers. Like, that's what a lot of folks in this area are. And so they obviously weren't into any sort of occult stuff at all, obviously. And so the Leeds guy, Daniel, he started putting in his almanac basically horoscopes.
Oh.
And so they were pissed. They were like, you're an occultist.
I would pick his almanac over old Benjamin Franklin's. I love a good horoscope.
Yeah, so Benjamin Franklin was super mad about it and just like making fun of him because he was like, you're going up against Poor Richards and now that's his almanac. And now you're putting in horoscopes.
Poor Richards, isn't that the name of the bar on The Office they always go to?
Maybe that's why.
Oh, Yeah, 'cause it's in New Jersey. Oh, look it, right? Scranton, New Jersey. Oh, look it. See, we do know things. It just takes us a while to figure it out.
All of the things. But then, so then Benjamin Franklin got really mad, though, and his insult to be like, hey, your almanac sucks, is he started calling that guy a ghost. Okay. Which is like the dumbest insult of all time. Anyway,
so is that like the kindergartners who are like, hey, everybody, tell Amy she's invisible.
Right, exactly.
And then all the kindergartners for like 3 days kept saying, does someone hear something? Someone hear something? I don't know. I hear anything. Amy's invisible.
Yes, it was just like that. And so that was his insult. Yeah. I forgot what the son's name is. Titan's a ghost. And then he actually died, and then he's continued to call him a ghost, which is really
pretty harsh.
So anyway, that's just a little bit about that. Back to Mother Leeds and her 13th pregnancy. Mother. I just had to say that because I was just like, really? Benjamin Franklin is freaking founding father, and the best insult you got is
you're a ghost?
You're a ghost? Stupid.
Oh, come on, Benjamin.
So Mother Leeds was not living a wealthy lifestyle by any means.
Well, no, not with 13 children.
Her mother was her husband was a drunkard who made few efforts to provide for his wife and 12 children. Reaching the point of absolute exasperation upon learning of her 13th child, she raised her hand to the heavens and proclaimed, "Let this one be the devil." Oh, that seems extreme.
Yeah, careful what you wish for.
Doesn't that seem extreme? Wouldn't you just be like, anything but that?
Where is this going? So was her baby have a camel head? What is going on?
Mother Leeds went into labor a few months later. On a tumultuously stormy night, no longer mindful of the curse she had uttered previously regarding her unborn child.
Yeah, you're cursing yourself, Mother Leeds.
Mm-hmm. She didn't write that in her diary, clearly.
No.
Her children and husband huddled together in one room of their Leeds Point home. Mind you, this is a legend. Just prepare yourself. While local midwives gathered to deliver the baby in another. By all accounts, the birth went routinely, and the 13th child was seemingly born a normal baby boy. But within minutes,
it started yelling, "Do you know what day it is?" Sorry.
No, it's real bad.
Oh, really?
Her wish came true. The baby started to change, metamorphosed. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right before her eyes. Within moments, it transformed from a beautiful baby into a hideous creature unlike the world had ever seen. This is very dramatic, weirdnewjersey.com. The wailing infant began to grow at an incredible rate. It sprouted horns from the top of its head, and talon-like claws tore through the tips of its fingers. Leathery bat-like wings unfurled from its back, and hair and feathers sprouted all over its body. Its eyes began glowing bright red as they grew larger, and the monster's gnarled and snarling face. And then it goes on to talk about how it attacked and killed its whole family.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, so I won't go into that. Limb by limb. Okay. The monster then knocked down and that's going on about where it killed its whole family, which I don't want to read about. So the creature then made good and escaped.
Not an important detail.
No, apparently. I don't want to go into that. It seems really disturbing. We're not a true crime podcast.
No, we're not.
We're not. So it goes into the darkness and goes into Pine Barrens, which is this forested area in New Jersey where this Jersey Devil is seen the most. And that's where it's lived ever since. To this day, the creature, known varyingly as the Leeds Devil and the Jersey Devil, so it goes back and forth.
Okay.
Claims the Pine Barrens as it owns and terrorizes any who are unfortunate enough to encounter it. In the 18th and 19th centuries, the Jersey Devil was spotted sporadically throughout the Pine Barrens region, frightening local residents and any of those brave enough to traverse the vast undeveloped expanses. Unearthly wails were often reported emanating from the dark forests and swampy bogs, which is creepy.
Creepy.
And the slaughter of domesticated animals would invariably be attributed to the Phantom of the Pines. Which is not uncommon with a cryptid.
Every area has a cryptid that they attribute those types of incidents to.
Yeah, I almost did the chupacabra today, too.
I love the chupacabra.
I went back and forth, but I was like, I feel like everyone knows about the chupacabra. Maybe not. Maybe just us. But
just our small
total
circle
losers.
of
So,
two.
the most infamous of these incidents where the Jersey Devil was found was doing its thing, occurred during the week of January 16th through 23rd in 1909. Early in the week, reports started emerging from all across the Delaware Valley that strange tracks were being found in the snow. The mysterious footprints went over and under fences, through fields and backyards, and across the rooftops of houses. They were even reported in the large cities of Camden and Philadelphia.
Oh.
I know someone from Philly. I need to ask her. I mean, she wasn't alive in 1909, but...
metropolitan area.
I know.
That's pretty nervy. And is there anything creepier than seeing tracks in the snow and not knowing?
On your roof?
Yeah. Ugh. Gross.
When I was a kid, I lived in an earth home, and I don't know how many nights, though, like, stuff would get on our roof, like foxes and stuff like that. And I remember one night, there was something on our roof. My mom went outside and hit it with a pan, like a pot. Badass. Yeah. I don't think I would have done that.
Get off my roof,
freaking
you
scary.
camel-headed devil.
Right. Get out of here. I got a pan. Panic immediately began to spread and this doesn't make sense.
I was going to say, do we need to turn a lamp on?
No, I'm good. Here we go. Fear and intrigue grew even greater when it was reported that bloodhounds refused to follow the unidentified creature's trail. Schools closed or suffered low attendance throughout lower New Jersey and in Philadelphia, which that's interesting to me. Like, so many people are afraid that they close schools, or maybe it's just because, like, no one's coming to school, so they're like, well, we might as well close it. And right here, I actually have like a oh my God, I cannot talk today.
Advertisement?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
For in the newspaper, which is interesting. Let's see. Mills in the Pine Barren were forced to close, and workers refused to leave their homes and travel through the woods to get to their jobs. So, like, it really shut down this.
They were causing mass hysteria.
Yeah, it shut down this place. This town. Eyewitnesses spotted the beast in Camden and in Bristol, Pennsylvania, and in both cities, police fired on it, but did not manage to bring it down. So police saw this. A few days later, it reappeared in Camden, attacking a late-night meeting of a social club and then flying away. It's like these little old ladies, like, knitting.
It's a quilting bee.
They're like, oh,
ha-ha, you old bags, look at me.
Here comes
I don't know why the Jersey Devil just had a voice like Steve Urkel, but whatever.
Did I do that? So it's the Jersey Devil.
Yes, I did.
They're like, I just wanted to knit tonight. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. Earlier that day, it had appeared in Haddon Heights, I'm probably saying that wrong, terrorizing a trolley car full of passengers before flying away. Wow. So they're just like riding their, it's like us in Hannibal, Haunted Hannibal tour. Witnesses claim that it looked like a large flying kangaroo.
Oh, God.
Which is not scary.
No, but also not normal.
No, but it does look like it has bat-like wings. Like all these artistic renderings, it looks like it has bat-like wings, like a kind of a horsey looking face, and hooved feet, and it's bipedal. So it's not right.
Very interesting, and it's kind of smiling. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really jolly. Weird. It's just a jolly devil. It's a jolly little devil.
Oh, what a fun guy.
So, and then another trolley car full of people saw it in Burlington when it scurried across the tracks in front of their car. In West Collingswood, it appeared on the roof of a house and was described as an ostrich-like creature. Firemen turned their hose on it.
Oh my God, the poor thing. And he's like, I just want some friends. My mother cursed me before I was even born.
I didn't want this life.
No.
I can't find anything to wear.
No. Maybe the black-eyed children can loan me their Crocs.
Right. So I know, it's really sad. But, like, I love that this is, like, the firemen are like, well, turn on the hose.
Yeah, it's all we got.
We don't have guns. But it attacked them and then flew away. So he was like, screw you. Yeah. Coming at you.
Well, have you ever seen what's the word I'm looking for? Like the power that comes out of a fire?
Force?
Yeah, force.
The street force? No,
like,
for real. That would hurt.
Mad. I would attack you too.
For real, it would hurt.
Jerks.
The entire week, people reported that their livestock, particularly their chickens, were being slaughtered. This was most widespread in the towns of Bridgeton and Millville. Let's see. This is funny. It appeared later in the week in Camden where a local woman found the beast, attempting to eat her dog, and she hit it with a broomstick and it flew away. That's us.
I would hope I could step up to the plate for my poor little Rowan if that were me.
I know. It's like, get off my dog. Yeah. Get off my lawn. All right.
It's not like my dog would attempt to protect herself because she's horrible.
Right.
God, she doesn't even attempt to
thing.
protect us. It's pretty sad. But anyway, sorry.
You know, it's good. Yeah, so it's the Jersey Devil. It's really widespread. What am I talking about? Moving on. People's personal experiences. So I have a few personal experiences on here. Well, there's actually a ton, but I'm just going to go through some
talk about
of
if
them.
they think it's just the one then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear that they don't think there's more than one. Yeah, no, just one.
It's timeless.
It is. It's just the one. And if you think about it, like, it talks in here a little bit about how, like, apparently the Devil is the name of New Jersey's NHL hockey team. Oh, I don't know that.
I don't either.
But, like, it's something that I almost said the county of Jersey, the state of New Jersey. It's like, you know, you see the devil, the word of
that's their
devil. I can't talk.
That's their claim to
I can't
fame.
talk, and I'm doing a podcast. Great. Okay. So this experience is titled "Driving by the Devil in the Pale Moonlight." Wait, I have a song coming to my brain. In the pale
Meatloaf.
No.
Yeah, I can see paradise by the...
That's not where I was going.
Moonlight.
I was
That's
going
dashboard light. Not the same.
I was thinking of me and you going fishing in the dark.
Lying on our backs and
counting the stars and the pale something like great. Okay, here we go.
You're welcome.
This is
That was
from
beautiful.
Mary Ritzer Christensen.
Okay,
She has 3 names. She's legit.
Yes.
This has haunted me since it happened in 1972. I was a senior at what was then Classborough State College. I had heard about the Jersey Devil when I came to South Jersey, but being from North Jersey, hey,
Oh, girl,
a
I bet
different
she had
world.
big hair.
She had the biggest
Farrah
hair.
Fawcett.
72.
Yeah,
her
that'd be
pant
like-
legs were so big.
Charlie's Angel all over the place.
She just like putting up handguns.
She is.
We're like, put your freaking handguns down, Mary. God.
Using the sun in and the baby oil
Oh,
like
look.
nobody's business.
I thought I was far too sophisticated to believe in such humbuggery. I've never heard that word in my life, but great. One winter night, I was driving to Glassboro from Blackwood on Green Tree Road. If you're from New Jersey, this must make sense to you.
Yes.
At the time, the road was flanked by orchards and farms. There were few houses, and there was hardly any development. I was completely sober and awake when I caught a glimpse of something in my rear view mirror. Curious as to what it could have been, I slowed down to take a gander. Bad idea, Mary. Mary, no, you put the gas, pedal to the metal.
You let that beautiful feathered hair fly in the wind, girl. You get out.
Get out of there. It was dark out, but moonlit enough that I had no trouble at all discerning the upright figure of a creature crossing the road from one side to the other, roughly 25 feet behind my car. The figure stood taller than a man by far and had thick haunches, similar to a goat's, and supporting its nearly human-looking torso and huge woolly head. It moved heavily and didn't seem at all disturbed by my being there. I didn't linger long enough to see much more. I hit the gas, finally,
Mary.
and flew to the Mansion Park apartments in the borough. What? Borough. Apostrophe B-O-R-O. It's...
Shouldn't there be a G-H on that? Burrow? Is that how you spell burrow?
Yes.
I don't know.
This is some sort of like a...
Oh, this has got like punctuation in it.
Yeah, apostrophe B-O-R-O. You know, it's like a... Okay, anyway.
I don't know.
So petrified that I had
It's
slept...
Jersey slang.
Right. That I slept the rest of the night in the car. What?
What?
I don't think
Well, does she not live at the mansion, whatever, apartments in the borough?
She did. But she was too afraid to get out and walk across to the apartments. I don't think I'd sleep in my car, though.
That does not seem like the safest of all your options, Mary.
I'm not sure. Okay, this is from Keith. Only one name. Okay. He doesn't have
Please
3.
be Keith Urban.
Please be Keith.
Isn't that his name? Nicole Kidman's husband,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Well, I was going to say, please be Toby Keith. That's not...
No,
Okay.
please don't. I prefer you to be Keith Urban in this scenario.
Yes.
Keith.
Rare.
Thank you.
This one's titled, Don't Ever Camps in the Pine Barrens Alone.
I mean,
Also
at least they
camp.
were willing to come forward and tell their story. We are not going to and like we have any room to be laughing at anyone's
I know, I'm
ability
sorry,
to tell a
Keith.
story with no mistakes.
Keith Urban, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I know you're Australian.
And can you please get Nicole's skincare regimen for me?
I know.
want her skin. Thank you.
I love Nicole Kidman. Okay. I spent a lot of time in the Pine Barrens when I was growing up in New Jersey and had my share of... Why am I talking?
I don't know. We're
New Jersey. I can't do a Jersey accent. I'm not even going to try.
Isn't that where... No, never mind.
Snooki?
No, I was going to say Long Island Media, but I'm like, no, she would be from
Teresa
Long
Computer.
Island, not New Jersey.
Kyle always says, Teresa Computer, which is a terrible
Her hair
joke.
Is fantastic.
I love Teresa Computer.
Yes.
Okay, we're such losers, Amy.
All over the place.
Well, okay.
Tonight. Oh, well.
Okay, when I was about 13, I went camping alone near Hampton Furnace. Don't know what that means. It's a Jersey
anywhere near
thing.
the Hamptons?
And there's a furnace. Why is it called Hampton Furnace?
Is it really hot?
Is it like a giant... Is it like where their heat comes from? What am I saying?
All of New Jersey is heated by Hampton's Furnace. Or is it like a business? Like they make furnaces?
God. Do people think we're dumb? We're not. I mean, I'm sort of dumb sometimes. Why am I? Okay.
But I feel like our questions are legitimate.
I mean, what does that mean? I went camping alone near Hampton Furnace. Hampton's capitalized. Furnace is not.
Okay, and here's the thing, people. If we actually read our stories before we read them on
I wouldn't
air,
be so surprised.
Maybe we would know the answers to the questions that we find ourselves
with. I don't have time. I've been doing laundry all day.
Yeah, me too. And helping I didn't help. I can't even say I did. Jamie reupholstered some bar stools.
And then Jamie reupholstered some things.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a bow with me and went looking for a rabbit. Oh my God!
What is he looking for?
Looking for a rabbit dinner.
I think I say rabbit hole. I'm like, no. Have you read Alice in Wonderland? This is not.
Don't go down the hole. About an hour before sundown, something started following me back in the tree. Can you imagine? You're alone camping and something's following you. No, first one.
Well, that would never happen because I'd never be alone camping anywhere.
It tailed me back to my camp and circled while I cooked my dinner. This kept up until about 2 hours after dark, and let me tell you, it was one dark night.
See, he wants to walk up and introduce himself to someone, and he doesn't.
Well, it's like, what do I say?
What are you cooking over there, Keith?
Okay, can you imagine the Jersey Devil walks up? He's like, okay, I know, I have these giant wings. I'm really nice, I swear. I know these are like weird bat wings, and I have this weird camel face.
And I'm a talking camel.
I'm a talking
But at least it's just a camel head and not a camel toe. I mean, that's less uncomfortable for you, Keith. Just invite him to eat some of your rabbit.
Okay.
Or whatever.
I can't believe I'm going to ask you this right now on air, but why is that called a camel toe?
I don't know. I've never actually seen a camel's toe. I'm assuming it looks like a camel's toe, right? Do camels have toes, though?
I guess. Oh my God. I've completely, in my brain, skipped over the toe part and just kept thinking, like, what does that have to do? Why? How does that look like a camel?
I don't understand.
Exactly.
This is the opposite of a hump. It's inverted.
Oh, God. Okay. Moving on from camel toes. Oh, God. Okay.
To Keith's rabbit stew.
Okay, rabbit stew. Here we go. I finally decided that my visitor had moved on and crawled into my tent. No. When I just started to calm down, I heard a foot stomp down right behind the tent. I got all set to jump out when this thing, whatever it was, started screaming. I would compare this volume of the scream to a large truck's horn.
What?
I couldn't decide.
Like a semi-truck horn? Like...
I mean, that seems like an appropriate sound, though, to come out of that thing. Don't you think?
I mean, nothing about it's normal. I just want breads.
It's like a goat. It's like just making goat sounds, but very loud.
Yes, clearly.
Oh my God.
Well, Keith, if you quit like making that hand gesture, like pulling down on a truck horn, it wouldn't be doing that. It would just strike up a conversation with you.
Oh my God. Keith could not decide what to do. I had my bow and knife, but they didn't seem like much. After several blasts, it just stopped. It actually was a truck.
Get off my property!
Get on the freaking road!
Why is your tent in the center of the highway?
Who camps in the road, Keith? Oh my God. I didn't hear a sound except my heart for about an hour. Dramatic, Keith.
Oh God. You'd be dead if your heart was pounding so loudly you heard it for an hour.
Right.
Come on now.
Yeah.
He's exaggerating.
He definitely is. Okay, so this one is from Kelly. This one's titled Field Trips to the Jersey Devil's Turf. As a native of Cape May County, I've had the typical rite of passage trip to the Pine Barrens. I'm into that. So it's like a thing, you know? The legendary home of the Jersey Devil. This Jersey girl went to Cape May County Technical High School, which sponsors trips to the Pine Barrens for good grades in certain classes. Okay, you got A's. We're going to take you here to be murdered and maimed by the Jersey Devil.
Yay.
Great.
Congratulations.
I was one of the fortunate students to go 3 times during my 4-year career at the high school.
Wow. La-di-da.
Yeah, what a show off. Each time I went on this trip, my canoe was followed by a heavy-footed thing.
What?
Which...
How is her canoe followed by something that's heavy? A canoe's in the water. In the water.
I should really read this before. With each step... Okay, let's just move forward and see what
It's on the bank. We're going to say it's on the bank.
She's carrying it.
Canoe.
She's carrying the canoe to the lake.
What?
Right?
Okay.
With each step, I heard branches snap under its feet. Hooves? In parentheses?
Camel toes?
Every 10 minutes or so, I would hear deep, beastly growls that to this very day give me the creeps. Being in a canoe and on a class trip didn't afford me much opportunity to flee in terror, so I stuck it out for 3 years.
What? She just stayed in her canoe for 3 years? How did she not die?
Well, she means she keeps going back, but it's like, if you don't want to go on the field trip, just say no.
It's like a prestige thing. She's got to go so she could say, I got to go 3 years in a row.
But every time she saw that thing.
So it's specifically stalking her.
Yeah.
Get over yourself, Kelly.
During my sophomore year, I was pretty confident about my canoeing skills, so I didn't look over my shoulder much.
Okay, you know what? I don't like her. Kelly, you had it coming.
Kelly, shut up. I went canoeing with a friend of mine when we came across a bag that had been torn open and gone through. Around it were prints on the ground that looked something like a horse's hoof, only bigger. Then I heard it, the cry that still haunts my dreams. Part human, part beast, and full of anger. Pregnant with pure hate. Okay.
Are these Jersey expressions? I
I
don't get
nearly
it.
flipped the canoe. We left, leaving whatever it was out there. Or so I thought. It seemed to follow us. Every time we stopped or paused, it got closer to the river. We pushed on. Then worse came to worse as we tipped the canoe. I heard the thing running right behind us. How is it running? They're in the water.
And can it tread water?
I hope this isn't something very obvious to everyone but us, but like, it seemed to follow us. Every time we stopped or paused, it got closer to the river. Okay.
But they're on the river.
They're in the river because they just tipped the canoe. I heard the thing running right behind us and thought for sure we were dead. Then we righted our canoe and got into it as fast as humanly possible. We finally made it out to safety, sun fried to a crisp. Okay, shut up.
Well, after
Kelly,
3 years, yeah, your son fried to a crisp.
Kelly is now like Tom Hanks's character on Castaway. Okay, Kelly, your story makes no sense.
No.
Moving on. From Sunny Z.
Oh,
That's the next person. Sunny with an O.
It's Sunny D's son.
Sunny Z.
Delicious, yet I don't think it actually has any nutritional value.
You're on fire.
I am. But literally, I keep watching your paper get dangerously close to this candle.
Once we're done with our notes, we just ignite them.
Well, Chris and Bandu, good news and bad news. Good news, we finished the episode. Bad news, the prayer closet is in flames.
Sorry. This one's called The Devil on Route 9. Let me tell you of a sighting of the Jersey Devil. I was driving up Route, I don't know, in Bayville at around 10 p.m.
Well, I go to Sonic in the mornings to get
Route.
and I'm like, I'll have a Route 44. That's like their extra large.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, okay, that's a Route 44. And I'm like, listen, I know for a fact it's pronounced both ways.
Yeah.
And accepted that.
Yes.
So you don't have to like sarcastically
Shame
repeat
me.
my order back to me. Okay, thank you, Sonic. But I still tip you. Sorry, that was my...
Because she's a Kelly. And she does what's right.
That's right.
Do you say root or route then? You just said route.
I think I say route. I say route, and then they correct me with root.
Yeah, I say
But if I
route,
were saying
too.
like,
Well, there's a-
Route 66, I would say that. I don't.
There's a
Come
U,
on.
though.
I mispronounce everything
Root.
all the time.
Route.
Route.
Okay, anyway.
Anyways. Moving on
to Route 9 in Bayville. There were 2 cars in front of me, and we were traveling about 35 miles per hour. To the right of Route 9 is a mini mall type building with woods behind it. To the right is all woods. All of a sudden, I saw this big thing running across Route 9. Eek! It looked like one of the classic pictures of the Jersey Devil. It had no tail, no fur, its ribs showed, and it had a long, odd head with short ears that laid flat. Does that thing have ears? Yeah.
Yeah.
Camel ears. It
They look like mouse ears.
It does look like mouse ears. It's very weird.
It is so strange.
We'll put some of
It's
these.
a hybrid of every animal that
Freaking
came
Mother
on the
Lead.
ark with Noah.
Right.
Noah
Mother
drove
Lee just didn't want to have a
I don't even know who
13th
drives boats in the Bible. Sorry.
Just Noah, I guess.
Was it? Okay.
He's the only human on the boat.
Yeah.
Him and his
Maybe.
family, right?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yes.
Really? Like you're going to ask me biblical questions.
I know
How
he
cool.
is, so I'm going with it.
Get it, girl.
Okay, this is also a biblical podcast. Okay. It looked about 10 feet tall. I noticed it because the first car stepped on its brakes, as did the second car. So they're all just like, ah! When I looked ahead, I saw this thing galloping across Route 9 and straight into the woods. I was not really scared because it did not...
galloping?
Yeah.
Does it run on 2 legs?
Yeah,
You
it's
gallop
biped.
on 2 legs?
Well, we can gallop. You know, we teach
guess.
little kids to do it.
Well, I guess that's
I mean,
true.
it looks ridiculous. Oh, that's how you gallop? Lame. And it went into the woods. I was not really scared because it did not register yet. So I stopped to mail something in the mailbox.
Okay. I mean, again.
About 300 feet from the main road. And then I saw a child's shirt, shorts, and one sneaker lying on the ground. I mailed my letter.
What? No! What is so important in this letter? You, just stumbled upon a potential crime scene.
Ran into my car and laid rubber.
Stop! Is that it? Is that the only detail about the murdered child's clothing?
Yes.
Listen, Sunny Z. Not cool. At all.
I like how Sonny had to mention it, but then was like, anyway, I went ahead and mailed my letter. No one, and then Sonny goes on to whine about how no one believes him and says it was a deer.
Well,
but deer
shut
don't,
your face.
Deer don't
Sonny.
eat children.
No. God, did it? I can't get over that. You didn't even report that. What?
Terrible.
A crazy person you are, Sunny D.
So anyway, I have a few more, but I don't need to go into all of them. But the Jersey Devil, no one really knows.
Lots
weird.
of sightings, it sounds like.
It's creepy. People mail letters.
Yes.
So don't curse yourself. This
Right.
is moral to this story.
Yes.
If
Or
you-
your children.
Just put your baby up for adoption if you don't want to have
If
any
you
more
have
children.
so many children, your name is Mother. Just explore your options.
Yes.
One of which would be abstinence. Just saying.
Or birth control of
Yeah.
any.
If you're married to a drunkard who won't even provide for his family.
I'm sorry.
Stop it.
If you have 13 kids, when do you have time to have sex?
You don't.
What is... I know what my
mother.
body looks like after 2 children. Mother leads.
Mother Leeds was road hard. What's that saying?
And put away wet.
And put away wet.
I thought you were going into roadkill. Mother Leeds.
Roadhouse. Patrick Swayze. What a fine flick.
Mother Leeds' body looked like roadkill.
But Father Leeds was a drunkard, so he didn't care.
All I know is my body looks like it's slowly melting like this wax candle behind us. Melting to the floor.
If you follow the lines and my stretch marks, you can tell my entire future. It ain't pretty, folks.
It's like reading
I'm
her palm. We should go into that. We start reading people's stretch marks. Okay, what am I saying?
Okay.
All right, Amy.
Here I go. Oh,
Amy's turn, everyone.
My font is really weird. I hope I can read by candlelight. Thank you.
Don't worry, I got you.
My story is over. The Mothman.
Woo!
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Love some Mothman. I don't think, did we even mention what cryptids are when we
Nope.
started this?
Not at all.
For those of you listening who may not be aware,
Yes.
cryptids are, what would you say, alleged creatures that have been
Legendary.
cited,
Yeah.
but there's no definitive proof of their existence. So think Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, Chupacabras,
Yeti. That's where I was trying to think. Abominable snowman. Momo.
which I guess technically
There was that pretzel worm or something in Germany.
yeah. So that's what cryptids are. So FYI.
Those worm things that are basically in tremors.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. So
Great.
So my cryptid is the Mothman, and I'm just going to jump right into the legend of the Mothman.
Let's do it.
On November 12th, 1966, in Clendenin, West Virginia, a gravedigger working in a cemetery spotted something strange.
Great.
I would think everything you spot is strange when you're working in a cemetery.
Yeah, you would think.
He glanced up from his work when something huge soared over his head, a massive figure that was moving rapidly across the cemetery from tree to tree. He would later describe the figure as a brown human being. Well, that's me after a day at the pool, man. I guess I should also mention this entire article is from allthat'sinteresting.com.
Great website.
Written by Chrissy Howard.
Chrissy.
So thanks, Chrissy. I always think of Three's Company when I hear Chrissy come and knock on our door. Okay.
Chrissy's such a...
It is. It's just such a happy name.
It is a happy name.
So this was the first reported sighting of what would come to be known as the Mothman, an elusive creature that, although now widely celebrated by the town it once terrorized, remains as mysterious as it was on the night that a few frightened witnesses first laid eyes on it.
I love how it's celebrated.
I know. I love how all these towns in our stories are like, well, that's all we got going for us. We're going to...
Might as well have a festival.
Yep, they do too.
I know.
They have an actual festival.
We should go to it. How cool.
We should.
Do they have a statue too?
They do.
Okay.
I've got pictures.
Okay, great.
You're welcome.
Because can you imagine us taking a picture by it?
Yeah, that'd be amazing. I probably get my hair cut in it. That always
And then we just live there.
Yes. Just 3 days after the gravedigger's initial report in nearby Point Pleasant, West Virginia, two couples noticed a gray-winged creature about 6 or 7 feet tall standing in front of the car they were all seated in. So all these
First it was
people-
brown, now it's
Yes.
gray.
I don't know why this
Nobody
font's so
knows.
weird. I literally have like 3 sentences on each page, but I did not have
There's
time
like
to mess
25
around of
pages.
it. I know.
Well, it's just
bad.
because it's only in the middle of the...
I know. My printer ran out of ink again, so I'm like, I can't change this and reprint
nope,
it.
no worries.
It is what it is. Eyewitnesses Roger Scarberry and Steve Mallett told the local paper, the Point Pleasant Register,
I want to
that
work there.
Yeah. The beast had bright red eyes about 6 inches apart.
What? Whoa, that is too far apart. That's too far. That's about 3 inches too far. How big's its head? Or is its eyes just on like the side of its face?
It's got Zooey Deschanel eyes, everybody.
Oh my gosh, she can make
She's
it
dating
work.
one of the Property Brothers. Did you know that?
What?
Sorry.
Which one?
Whichever one's not married.
Which one? The one that does the property or the one that does the
I
renovation?
don't know. I literally can't tell them
God, I
apart.
can't-
But anyways, sorry.
What?
I love how we always have some little Us Weekly tidbits to throw in each week as well.
You don't need to subscribe to Us Weekly. Just ask us.
That's right.
My
We
mind
know
is
it all.
blown by that.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm looking into that when we're done.
It had a wingspan of 10 feet, which is huge.
Too many feet.
Yes. And that it seemed to want to avoid the bright headlights of the car.
Get me some glasses.
Yes.
I need transition lenses.
Get those glasses. Have you seen the infomercial for those glasses? They're like, right? They look like the ones like old people wear after they get their cataract surgery.
But how big would its glasses need to be? Like,
I mean, if its eyes are 6 inches apart, it's just wearing.
I'm now
like,
going to 6 feet.
It's
apart.
wearing like chemistry goggles.
Oh my God. Oh, Mothman.
Mothman, you silly
My eyes! My eyes!
For such a powerful creature, you're
It's
kind
so
of being
dramatic.
a pussy over the headlights. Mothman, just saying.
For sure.
According to witnesses, the creature was able to fly at incredible speeds, perhaps as much as 100 miles per hour.
I mean, what?
That's what one of the men told reporters.
I'm sorry, how hard are you beating your wings?
Yeah, real hard.
Sorry, I ever did a reenactment.
It's like a hummingbird. But here's the funny part.
Okay.
Although all agreed, it did make for a clumsy runner on the ground. Well,
hey,
listen,
who's not?
You can't have it all. You can't fly and be super, sophisticated when you walk. All right. Maybe I remember it on here. Don't judge. Maybe his toe hurt. You don't know what happened that night. You've just blinded him with your headlights.
But man, he really can't run.
No.
Poor
He
Mothman.
must not have arches in his feet.
As someone who has foot pain in the past 2 weeks, how old am I, first of all? But I feel you, Mothman.
Yeah,
Let's get you some
it ain't
Dr.
no
Scholl's
joke.
and Souls.
And some potassium.
Does that help foot pain?
I think. Don't they always say eat a banana if you're getting foot cramps?
Right.
I don't know. Oh my God.
I'm following
We're a
all
mess.
your medical advice. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Because I'm definitely qualified to be
I know.
doing it.
I know.
They knew because the creature allegedly chased their moving vehicle to the outskirts of town in the air, then scuttled into a nearby
Get
field
off
and
my
disappeared.
lawn! For real. Get off my lawn. Get off my road.
Yeah.
What's his goal?
I have no idea.
Why am I
I'm
asking
going to
you
fly
that?
over you, but then I'm going to go ahead and just scuttle into this field now because I'm
Bye.
tired. This was
back to
more
my home.
cardio than I was planning on getting tonight. Sorry.
Forgot my shoes. Well, we don't have shoes.
We don't know. They didn't say it was
my guy has
barefoot.
hooves. I bet the Mothman has.
Everything we
Well,
do
I
has
don't know.
hubs, let's be honest.
It's true.
Or berets. I don't know. Knowing how absurd this must have sounded to a local paper in a small Appalachian community in the 1960s.
This is West Virginia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love when people say Appalachian.
Appalachian.
Yeah, that's it. Appalachian outlaws.
You're just
Isn't
saying
that true?
Appalachian still. But I knew what you meant. I heard when people say Appalachian. I got you. Was that him?
Thanks. That's the statue.
Appalachian, though. I mean, I don't. Maybe is that how you say it?
I don't know.
Well, not if you're not
I heard
from
somebody one time who
Appalachia.
said if you're from there, you pronounce it like I'm throwing in Appalachia.
Yeah. But if we say that, we sound ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't even say that. I think I'm saying it. I'm just screaming Appalachian. So who am I to even pretend like I have a freaking clue what I'm doing?
I got you. That's why we're a duo.
They insisted that the apparition couldn't have been a figment of his imagination. He assured the paper, if I had seen it while by myself, I wouldn't have said anything.
Right?
But there were 4 of us who saw it. So I get that.
Yeah.
You're like, if it's just me, just forget
Maybe
it.
I am insane.
Yeah, maybe I'm insane, or I'm not even going to deal with it. Nobody's
Yeah.
going to listen to me.
Right.
Nobody's going to believe me.
But if you're
I'm
with
not even gonna be there.
friends.
Yeah, but you're
So
just 4 of you
the
that see
Mothman
it.
is humanoid, right?
Well, it depends on
Okay.
whose description you go by. Because then if you look at him like here, it just looks like a giant owl.
Well, yeah, that's definitely an owl.
Yes.
But are those his ribs? What's up with mine has its ribs showing too.
I don't know. It almost reminds me of like a...
6-pack abs?
No, what are those bugs that really crunch when you step on? Beetles, right?
Oh.
Like a hard shell, like a... Right?
Oh no, he looks like a bug there.
Yeah.
Like a moth.
Or he just works out a lot.
And his eyes are way too big.
Yes.
They are fly eyes.
Yes, they are. They're like on the sides of his head.
Yeah,
That's not even 6 inches apart. That's just on
his
either
head is
side of his head.
Very small looking,
Yes.
though. It's abnormally small.
It is.
No wonder he can't run.
No.
He can't even see the freaking ground.
No, what's with all the holes in his wings? How's he even able to fly? How is that possible? That doesn't make aerodynamic sense to me.
You know when you touch a butterfly and then it can't fly again? Is that true?
I don't know. But I remember always hearing that.
Maybe
as a
that's
kid.
happened to him. This is a terrible joke.
He's just rotting right before our very eyes. Poor guy. The papers at this point were skeptically calling it a bird and a mysterious creature.
Yeah, that's
Well, which is it?
That's not a bird.
No, it is a mysterious creature. However.
True.
Though they did print Mallett's description, it was like a man with wings. Okay, well.
Sort of.
But not at all.
Right.
But more and more sightings were reported in the Point Pleasant area over the next year as the legend of the Mothman took shape. The Gettysburg Times reported 8 additional sightings in the short span of 3 days following the first claims, including 2 volunteer firefighters who supposedly saw what they described as a very large bird with large red eyes. One sighting, reported by Salem, West Virginia resident Newell Partridge, like of the Partridge family fame,
Love that guy.
told of strange patterns that appeared on his television screen one evening, followed by a mysterious sound just outside of his home.
Now that's creepy.
Yeah. But then I'm like, is he mean like he's seeing the reflection of something in his TV, or...
It seems to me like something's messing with his TV's reception.
Okay, strange patterns. That just
Like the
seems
Mothman
almost-
standing on top of his antenna.
But what are the patterns? How's that making strange patterns?
Yeah, I guess in my mind, I just went immediately to the... Like,
Oh, and I'm like, it's trying to communicate with me
Well,
through a series of
maybe.
beeps. I don't know.
well, patterns is a weird way of saying that. 'cause
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I went to...
confusing.
What am I thinking of?
Like static?
Yes, thank you.
Or interference?
Yeah, but maybe... I don't know.
I don't either. But shining a flashlight toward the direction of the noise, Partridge supposedly witnessed 2 red eyes resembling bicycle reflectors. looking back at him.
Accurate.
Yeah.
So it's like signs. Like, this has a signs vibe, though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Where there's, like, stuff out in your yard.
Yes.
Creepy.
But you're not quite sure what it is. You're
Yeah.
just catching like little glimpses.
Ugh.
The anecdote remains a popular one in the Mothman mythos, especially because it resulted in the disappearance of Partridge's dog, supposedly to the clutches of the fearsome beast.
Like, quit eating
Yeah,
people's
leave the pets
pets.
alone. Come on now.
It's not nice.
So Dr. Robert L. Smith, Associate Professor of Wildlife Biology at West Virginia University, dismissed the notion that a flying monster was staking out the town, instead attributing the sightings to a sandhill crane, which stands almost as tall as the average adult man
What?
and has bright red flesh around its eyes.
Ew.
Well, now I'm afraid of sandhill cranes. I don't know about you. That's disgusting
What?
and terrifying all in one big ball.
But they're white, right?
It didn't say. It says it stands
Is this
almost
one?
as tall as the average adult. Yeah, I guess so.
So they're white.
Yeah, that looks nothing like
No,
it
and
either.
everyone's saying it's either black or
And that
gray
has, like,
or
a
brown.
really long beak. Like, come on now.
Yeah, that thing you just showed me a
Listen,
picture of.
Mr. Scientist, quit
With
trying to
its
explain
tiny
it away
circle.
with your rational explanations.
Your explanation stupid.
The explanation was compelling, especially given the number of early reports that had described the creature as bird-like. Because it was flying and had wings, not because it actually looked like a bird.
No, right? Because
Yeah.
your brain, when you see something flying, thinks bird.
Yes.
Obviously,
So listen
or pterodactyl.
listen to this other theory. This is great.
Great.
Some even hypothesized that the crane was perhaps deformed, especially if it made its home in the TNT area.
Ooh.
What locals call a series of nearby bunkers that were used for manufacturing munitions during World War II.
Oh, like it has.
So this is kind of like a "the hills have eyes" kind of thing. Is what I
Yeah.
heard as a note.
I'm
Like they
into
think
that.
it's like it's been exposed to all of this,
Chemicals
and stuff, and it's caused it
to
to
mutate.
be, so
Yeah, no.
but not from
Not
a
to mutate
crane
into a
to
freaking
this.
fly.
Yeah,
And that thing has a fly head.
No, not at all.
No.
But nice try.
And if that's the case, like, shouldn't everyone move very far away from
Well,
there?
I would. In some of my research, I was reading. They say people who live in that area, that's still like a popular place to go to.
Yeah, and-
like that TNT area or whatever, to see if you can see the Mothman. I'm like, and walk away with tumors all over your body? No.
But if we go there for the festival, we're going to the TNT plant.
no, I don't want tumors.
Yeah, me neither. Okay, true.
I mean, I have to draw a line in the sand somewhere.
Can we
for
just
my
stay in
love
our
of
car?
paranormal. Yeah. Ha, ha, and then everyone's like, the Jersey Devils made its way to West Virginia, everybody. It's been suggested that the bunkers have leaked toxic materials into the neighboring wildlife preserve. Oh, lovely.
So it's not a preserve anymore.
no,
It's a
there's
wildlife
Nothing about that screams wildlife preserve.
wildlife mutation preserve.
Yes.
Oh my god. There's like fish with I can't think of anything funny
Yeah.
for it.
14 eyes. I don't know. God, we got nothing. Are we, I was going to say, it's because it's so late, but it's like, no, that's always our excuse.
And it's also 8 o'clock.
Yeah, but our excuse is always like, it's 9 a.m. We had to do this earlier. We're doing 2 podcasts in one day. No, we are just stupid and suck at this. So there you go.
Sorry.
Yeah,
please
we're
listen. Thank
acknowledging
you.
it.
We love you.
Another Point Pleasant legend states that the creature of the Mothman was nothing more than the work of one very committed prankster who went so far as to hide in the abandoned World War II munitions plant where many of the sightings occurred.
And then learned how to fly at 100 miles per hour. What?
And scuttled into fields.
This person can't run but can fly.
Yeah.
No,
that's a stupid theory.
Yes.
And the theory
silly.
goes that when the national press ran with the Mothman story, spreading it across the country, panic set in. Well, yeah, probably. I mean, jeez.
Something that can fly 100 miles an hour and it eats dogs?
Yeah, and interferes with my TV?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Trying to watch.
Yeah. Charlie's Angel. No, this was the 60s. Andy Griffith.
Yeah.
Right? Is that?
And, MASH.
Yeah, and
Matlock.
Adam's Family.
Matlock, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
No.
No, he was Andy Griffith, right?
Matlock in the future.
Andy Griffith, it was
A
quite
child.
an actor. No, he wasn't a child. He was. You're thinking of Ron Howard.
Oh my God, yes, I am.
You're confusing Andy Griffith with Happy Days. Why do I know? I am so old. It's so embarrassing.
No, you're not. Amy's birthday's coming up, everyone.
Yes, and I'll be even
September
older.
30th.
Start referencing back when I watched the silent films. Charlie Chaplin and I were best friends. Oh my God, have you ever read his autobiography?
No.
So, or it's not an autobiography, it's just a biography, I think. But it's really, really interesting. He had a very bizarre life.
I'll have to check that out.
Okay, so the Mothman also bears a striking resemblance to several demon archetypes found among those who've experienced...
Now we're getting to the good stuff. This is what it is.
Among those who've experienced sleep paralysis, perhaps suggesting, I'm just dropping G's off of words now, that the visions are nothing more than the embodiment of typical human figures pulled from the depths of the unconscious and grafted onto real-life bird or animal sightings when people panic. No.
So you see a bird and you're like, oh God, I'm really scared of flies. So now it looks like a fly?
I don't know. Whatever. Just admit there's a Mothman,
It's
people.
a demon,
Stop.
okay?
Your theories are stupid compared to the fact that just saying, okay, there's a Mothman.
And all this.
I'm gonna buy it.
Yes.
You idiots.
you
I don't
jerks.
know. I can't ever think of a good insult. I'm so bad at this. Because I never insult people in the real world. I just go in my house and cry. That's who I am as a person.
Me, I don't even think mean. Well, I do.
That guy was so mean to me. I
kind of think mean things in my thoughts sometimes, though.
Yeah,
I
but
think
then I
them
feel
in my
bad.
thoughts. God, I'm so dumb.
I know. Whatever.
Wow, we're really self-deprecating tonight.
We are.
We're in our emotional state right now.
We ate our feelings with tacos and cookies before
You
we
guys,
started.
Chris made us dinner tonight.
And it was amazing.
He made us tacos and nachos and cookies.
Yeah. What a great start.
What a great
Who are
unpaid
we
producer.
to be complaining about anything? I don't know. I feel like we were complaining a little
We're always
bit.
complaining.
You
Moving
know,
on.
My back hurts.
Back to-
It really does. I need to get to my chiropractor. It's getting pretty bad.
we just come in next time. We're like, we brought some.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Bengay. Were you even talking about my back? I don't know. Chris is like, why does the prayer closet smell like a 90-year-old?
He goes in here and I'm rubbing that on your back. He's like, oh, okay.
I didn't think that's what was going on in the prayer closet.
Like, we've been friends a long time, okay? I will rub Binky on her back. I don't care.
Thank you. Thank you for being that person.
You're welcome.
Okay. Let's get back to the theories of the Mothman.
Okay, great. Does he need
Because if we're going to
Binky?
list my medical ailments, this is going to go on for hours.
The Mothman's like, me too. My back. Do you know how hard it is to
That's why
fly?
I run so clumsily. I need Bengay.
Bengay.
And a shin splint. I don't know.
What?
Orthopedic socks. I don't know.
No, shin splint's something an ailment you get. He doesn't need one. He needs like a wrap.
Like an actual splint.
Yes. He like has an ace bandage.
I'm so stupid. I amaze myself sometimes with my lack of knowledge.
No,
Just general knowledge.
no, you're fine.
Listen.
Appalachia.
Listen, I don't even pretend
I'm
like I have a
shouting.
clue when Jeopardy's on. So there.
Right. We're not those people.
Hit me up at Wheel of Fortune, though. I'll beat your ass. So there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spin that wheel.
Like I've been Look at the look. Sorry, we can look at the computer and see how loud and obnoxious we are. It's off the chain.
Yeah. So sorry.
Sorry. But
All
thank
right.
you. Okay.
And we're back. I don't know why my
Professionals.
voice changed like that. No, I'm like
Because
one of
we
those
are
800
professional
numbers.
Broadcasters.
Yeah. Connie Chung and Maura Povich. Then there are the...
You're Lester Holt, though.
Oh, yeah, Lester Holt. I'm Lester Holt. I love him.
Mary Chung, I said. Oh, my God.
Then there are the paranormal explanations. A morass of complicated theories that weave together aliens.
Ooh.
Like, weaving together aliens? That's...
Like, what does that mean? Multiple
Oh,
types?
there's a comma. I'm not doing my sentence.
Amy really
It's
knows
weaving more than just aliens. That's...
I
Like,
know.
what are they weaving? Aliens?
There's
I
appeared
don't
to be two things when
understand.
things are being weaved. Amy is a
Weave together
professional.
aliens, UFOs, and precognition.
Okay, I don't even know what that sentence means. What's
Well, precognition? That's like psychic abilities, right? Like you foresee,
Oh,
right?
yes, definitely.
Oh, did I get something right?
I have no
I'm
clue. so
probably
yes.
about to prove myself wrong because it
No,
probably
that
actually
sounds-
tells in my own story that I haven't read. What
That
it is.
sounds right. Precognition.
And they paint. Oops, sorry, that was probably way loud. The moth.
They paint. Such an
God.
awkward pause. Great.
Well, my paper hit the microphone.
I know. I'm gonna.
Paint. Oh my God, have you watched Scott Disick's house flipping show?
No.
Okay, well, he like
Does
went
he
somewhere.
paint?
Nobody went somewhere, and these two twin girls paint stuff with their butt cheeks. It's really interesting.
It was really interesting.
I'm like, that's art? What? Maybe in Scott
Wait,
Disick's
that was their
world.
art?
Yeah, they
Or they
like
painted their house.
they paint their butts and then they sit on the canvas.
I
don't know.
thought they painted their like walls in their house. Like that.
Yeah, they just throw each other up against the wall. Oh,
I was like, God, that sounds really hard.
God.
Okay.
Anyways, they paint Mothman as either a harbinger of doom or, more sinisterly, its cause, a legend that has its roots in the tragedy that befell the Point Pleasant community shortly after the Mothman arrived.
The bridge collapsed.
Yes. And there's like actual footage online
Of it collapsing?
I don't know about of it actually collapsing, but of the aftermath and stuff.
Wow.
So it's pretty awful. On December 15th, 1967, just over a year after the first Mothman sighting, traffic was especially bad. The Silver Bridge, built in 1920. The Silver Bridge didn't actually build anything. Oh my God, I'm coming apart at the seams, people. Built in 1928 to connect Point Pleasant. Well, I almost said comma again. Why am I pronouncing all the comments? Oh my God.
You're not voice texting. Send Amy a text. Hi, Amy, period. I am almost to your house, comma. Are you ready? Question mark.
That's how I'm reading right now. Okay. Do you want to send text? Yes. Thank you. Oh my God. To Gallipolis, Ohio was packed with cars from end to end. And this is true. This isn't some sort of legend. This actually happened. It was really awful. It had been built in a time when cars were lighter. The Model T weighed just 1,500 pounds. A modest sum when compared to the 1967 average car of 4,000 pounds.
Why is it in my brain the Model T weighed 50,000 pounds?
I don't know. I mean, think about how even little the tires were.
Yeah, that's true. I just
They're
imagine
they're
it-
like bicycle tires, kind of. So
weird.
That's probably
I just
why.
imagined it.
And I think of
way-
like the behemoth cars that were on the road
That's
like in
true,
the
the boats.
60s. Its engineers hadn't been particularly imaginative when it came to the future. I even wrote, so precognition would have been a thing. And I don't even know what precognition means. I'm just making it up, but whatever. If it means foreseeing the future, then
didn't have
my
it.
comment is relevant.
Exactly.
And nor had they been especially cautious. The bridge's design featured very little redundancy, meaning if one part failed, there was almost nothing in place to prevent other parts from failing as well. Great.
Great plan.
Glad that's how bridges were built then.
So how many
Fantastic.
bridges around here are still built like that?
I
Okay.
mean, have you...
The Quiver River Bridge.
No, well, I'm just thinking the Louisiana Bridge. They finally
that one for
built
sure.
a brand new one, but every time I drove across that thing, I'm like, well, this is how it ends. And on that cold December day, that was exactly what happened. Without warning, a single eye bar near the top of the bridge on the Ohio side cracked. The chain snapped, and the bridge, its careful equilibrium disturbed, fell to pieces, plunging cars and pedestrians into the icy water of the Ohio River below. 46 died, drowned, or crushed in the wreckage. It was the second terrible and bizarre thing to put the small community of Point Pleasant on the map in a year, and some connected the two. I don't know what the other thing was.
The Mothman. I don't know.
I don't either. It was the second terrible, bizarre thing. Maybe it was the Mothman. It was.
That makes sense, though, because it was both of them.
It was whatever. Neville. No, his name wasn't Neville.
Neville
Whatever.
Longbottom?
Whatever. The guy's dog got eaten. That was the other terrible thing. Yes, Neville Longbottom.
Sorry.
Aaron Neville.
Potterheads. What am I saying?
What am
Not
I saying?
potheads, potterheads.
Who is Aaron Neville? Where am I pulling? Is that a person?
I got
What
nothing.
is it? I don't either.
Aaron
so
Neville.
I don't know.
Maybe
I
that's
feel
the
like-
person in this story.
Maybe.
Probably not.
No. I feel like it was like a singer or something.
It has to be. The other thing
listening.
has to be the Mothman. Because
had
like
to be.
it's like they saw the Mothman and then the bridge collapsed, right? In
Yeah,
my brain.
that's right.
Yes.
Because on the movie, that was like...
Yes,
If you've
on
seen the
the
movie, The
movie
Mothman Prophecies...
With Richard Gere.
and Deborah Messing.
Oh, Deborah Messing.
Like, didn't people, like... foresee that, or they didn't
was all
necessarily
at the same
foresee
time.
the bridge, but they knew something bad was going to happen,
Yeah.
and the Mothman was showing up everywhere.
So we're making that up,
Yes.
but that could be wrong. If it is, you'll hear about it next week.
and it was based on a book, which I'm getting ready to read about right
The
now.
movie was?
I good. Yeah, clearly
cool.
I don't read my own stories before.
If we did, it
speaking
wouldn't
into
be
a microphone.
It wouldn't be fun. I'll tell you that right
No.
now.
So in 1975, author John Keel conflated the Mothman sightings and the bridge disaster, as well as reported UFO activity to create. Maybe that's the other weird stuff. I mean, you could have mentioned that.
Right.
All that's interesting.com.
Oh, sorry.
To create his book, The Mothman Prophecies. His story took hold, and the town became an icon among conspiracy theorists, ufologists, and fans of the paranormal. Well, sure it did.
I've never read that book. Have you?
No, I've only seen
Why
the
have I
movie.
never read that?
I don't know.
I need to write that
Maybe
down.
we need to put that on our list.
We do.
Because I have so much time on my hands.
All the time.
So Point Pleasant's fame as the home of the Mothman legend hasn't waned in recent years. In the Mothman Prophecies film, Richard Gere plays a reporter whose wife seems to have witnessed Deborah Messing. They don't mention her name, but they mention his.
Yeah.
Like, come
Sexism.
on. Right.
Oh, Deborah Messing is more famous. Richard Gere put a gerbil in his butthole.
Yeah, and
Right?
Deborah Messing still makes.
Has a career.
Yeah, I was gonna say
mean-
shows, but maybe Will and Grace came back, but then
Yeah.
I think it died
Did-
again. I don't know.
Richard Gere really put a gerbil in his butt?
I mean,
I think so.
I don't know. Maybe
Didn't-
that
wasn't-
should have been on our urban legends episode.
I'm doing the Richard Gere gerbil.
butt incident of 1995.
I was gonna say,
I don't know.
of all the things,
Yeah, I don't know. That's so
why
weird.
would you put a live gerbil in your butt?
I wouldn't.
well, no.
There are no reasons ever that I would
I would
do
be like,
that.
Amy, we've been friends a while.
But I got to tell you,
What's happening to that gerbil? Help! Let me out of here.
it's like now I need all of my shots updated. I just
Why
called
did
around
I go
so
down
much
this
about-
hole right now?
I don't know, because you know it's not going to end well if we just keep it. Oh, my God.
Okay. Maybe that's not true. I don't know.
Anyway, that just kind of goes on to describe
Anyway.
the movie. Whatever. Just watch the movie. I don't need to sit here
Anyway,
and give you
enough
a
about
synopsis of
Richard
it.
Gere.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I'm just going to move along.
Oh my gosh.
The idea, no.
The idea that Richard Gere. I can't stop.
Oh, no, wait, I do want to read this. My bad. The idea that visitations from the Mothman predicted disaster led some believers to make ties to the Chernobyl disaster of 1986, the Mexican swine flu outbreak of 2009.
Hey, I was a part of that.
I was too. I tested positive.
Me too. H1N1.
Awesome. Look at it. It was a day after Christmas. I had to go to a freaking Walgreens clinic. That is not where you want to be the day after Christmas, because you and everyone in the tri-state area is in the Walgreens clinic that day.
H1N1 was no joke.
No, it was not. I thought I was going to die. And the 2011 nuclear disaster in Fukushima, Japan, among others.
We've been touched by the Mothman.
We have.
Because we got the swine flu. We got the lamest of the things.
We did.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be in Chernobyl.
No, me neither. Or in a nuclear disaster.
Okay, take it back. Give me all the swine flu, please.
I'll take one a year.
I did have literally like 105 fever. I thought I was going to die.
Oh,
for
I
real.
know. It was awful. It
Yeah.
was so bad.
Yeah. Maybe it wasn't 105. I don't know if that
No.
would kill you.
That seems terribly high.
I had like 110 fever.
She was dead, clinically dead for 27
That's why I have no
minutes.
brain cells left.
That's why we are the way we are. Swine flu. Oh, it's all the pieces
That's
of the
why
puzzle
we
are
only
coming together.
we have to say all the punctuation we see because of swine flu.
That's a very little discussed after or effect, and the inability to speak words correctly.
That's why I can't mention Richard Gere without the gerbil. Also another side effect of swine flu.
And the Jersey Devil.
Did people die of swine flu?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're total assholes.
are.
Okay.
We are.
Sorry.
No, we're survivors, Whitney.
Because we live in an industrialized country and we're able to go to a Walgreens.
Yes.
We're sorry.
But people in the United States died from it as well.
Okay, I'm
pretty
even
sure.
more
So-
sorry. God.
Anyways, the Mothman can still. I'm just going to not even try to dig us out of this hole. I'm just
Okay.
going to move forward
Yep.
and let us dig a new one.
Okay.
The Mothman could still be seen in Point Pleasant, West Virginia today in the form of a historical museum open 7 days a week, and also as a 12-foot chrome polished statue complete with massive steel wings and ruby red eyes. A festival commemorating the Mothman's visit has taken place annually. A fun celebration that attracts locals and tourists alike.
Oh, yes.
I don't know. How are we on time? Do I have time to discuss a
Yeah,
more
we're only
recent
at 72
sighting
minutes.
of them?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. So in very recent history, there's been a lot of chatter about the Mothman being seen multiple times in the Chicago area.
Whoa.
Yeah. And there's other places too. I've got that on my phone. I'll look it up. I don't have any actual stories to go with it, just locations of sightings.
That's so cool.
But I got this from Vice.com, and I actually remember seeing this on like Yahoo News or something.
That's cool.
A couple years ago when this came out. And this is by Josh Terry, the article. It goes, it was a normal summer night for John Aminitrano, working a Friday shift as security for Chicago's popular Logan Square hangout, The Owl. But when he went outside, he saw something odd. I saw a plane flying, but also something moving really awkwardly under it, he told Vice.
What?
It didn't look like a bat so much as what illustrations of pterodactyls look like, with the slenderness of its head and its wing shape. I know what birds and what bats look like. So he's like,
Yeah,
I'm
you
just going to
do,
open
John.
with this. Listen.
I know what a bat is.
Yeah, so I'm telling you right now.
Wasn't that.
That wasn't what it was. This thing didn't have feathers or fur, and it didn't fly like anything I've ever seen.
Interesting.
Amitrano later
added that the thing he saw, which according to him had muscular legs, a jutting tailbone, and a human-like shape, flew in a strange swooping motion, undulating up and down. After it flew away, he retrieved his phone from charging in the bar and texted his girlfriend
Dang it.
and close friends what had happened. I remember thinking, this was the worst time in the world to have my phone charging. Yeah, 'cause
Truth,
everybody's like,
John.
where are your pictures?
Right. But at least he had a good excuse.
Exactly. It was
Sort
on the
of.
charger. That's very believable.
Yes.
What Amatrano saw that night was one of 55 reported Chicago area sightings of a flying humanoid in 2017. Accounts have varied from a large black bat-like being with glowing red eyes
Fits.
to a big owl. And then I wrote, oh, so like the staircase. The owl did it.
If you guys haven't watched that documentary on Netflix,
Highly
you
recommend.
should.
It's fascinating.
Ridiculous. And
Yeah. It was, spoiler alert, it wasn't an owl.
no.
It was her weird eyebrowed husband. Or something that resembled, I love how I jump right back into the story. Or something that resembled a gothic gargoyle or a Mothman.
Oh.
Most eyewitnesses spotted the being in flight, but some particularly disturbing reports detailed it dropping onto hoods of cars, peering in through windows,
Oh, God.
and swooping down at bystanders.
You're just like, la, la, la.
Yeah.
Walking home from the club.
I'm at the Navy Pier, just
Oh my
right at
God.
Chicago. And then like this thing swoops down at me. We go, ha ha ha.
Grabs you up.
Oh my God. Well, there went Angela. Nice
Guess
knowing
I'm
her.
not window shopping anymore.
I'm going to go ahead and head home for the evening.
Help! It's taking me to its lair. I mean, what's it?
Oh my God, what's that movie? Jeepers Creepers.
Oh my God. Jeepers Creepers. It's the Mothman.
Yes.
Right?
Justin Long. Oh my
Justin-
God.
oh, Justin Long. Wow. Really got into that.
Yeah, she's
Love
a
that
huge Justin Long fan.
So, I mean, that thing is like the
Yeah,
Mothman.
I don't know. I just said that just clicked with me.
But
I
yeah,
thought of him.
for
You said
sure.
taking it back to the lair because I remember it took
Yeah.
him back to the lair.
That's a creepy movie.
That is a very creepy movie. The alleged Mothman has captured the attention of the city from local media articles and rap songs.
What? Who's a Chicago? Kanye? Isn't he from
know.
Chicago?
Not Nelly. That's St. Louis. Maybe.
Right.
What happened
Pretty
to
sure
Nelly? Maybe
Kanye
he's
is-
in Chicago now.
But anyway.
R. Kelly.
Oh, God. R. Kelly.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Maybe he... Yeah.
To Halloween costumes and countless speculative Facebook groups.
I've never thought to be the Mothman for Halloween.
Me neither.
But that's... You know, Halloween's coming up if you're interested.
There you go. You're welcome. You need a last minute costume.
Just be the Mothman.
Run with
Just
it.
get a bunch of
Just
black
place
plastic
your
bags.
eyes 6 inches apart. Good luck. Good luck with that.
And yes, you'll be good.
Amatrano later remembered something on Facebook about the sightings, and as he read more about it, or remembered seeing something on Facebook about the sightings, and as he read more about it, he contacted Lon Strickler, a self-described Fortean researcher who's been compiling all the Chicago sightings on his website, Phantoms and Monsters.
Yes,
I need to check that
I
out.
love this guy.
Had I read this before this moment, I would have looked at his website. Strickler, who, oh my God, speaking of, if you go on YouTube and look up Mothman,
Okay.
there is a guy who gives Mothman tours. And he is incredible.
Okay. We're in West Virginia.
Yeah. I think, I'm pretty sure that's what it
Ish.
was. He has a long blonde hair. He reminds me of how they described Willie Pickton.
Okay.
Like he is into it, and it's amazing. Like, good for him.
I'm into it too.
Oh, so this guy also has a book, Mothman Dynasty, Chicago's Winged Humanoids, was released last month.
shouldn't
And this
laugh at
article
that.
was written like in January of 18.
Okay.
Has been investigating paranormal sightings since the late 70s and claims to have seen both a Mothman and a Bigfoot. Oh, well, okay.
Well, you saw both at the same time.
Yeah, you braggart.
What's his name?
Lon.
Lon.
I know, when I first read that, I'm like, is that the guy that gave us the tour of Jacksonville? What? I think his name was Lorne.
Lon is
Whatever.
not a name. L-O-N.
Lon.
I mean, it is a name.
Oh, never mind. Since the rash of sightings started in February, he's been painstakingly interviewing witnesses and documenting their accounts.
Yes, he has. He's a journalist.
He is. by his own admissions, and no one else's.
As are we.
Yes.
Of
Connie
other
Chung
people.
and Maury Povich.
Of other people's work.
Yes. We're just reading the. Hey, I said who wrote the article.
Right,
I'm
me
not
too.
claiming-
Well, I just wrote
I'm not claiming this is my work that I'm butchering here by candlelight.
Do you need me to hold this candle closer?
No,
for you?
please don't. I don't
Okay.
want to go home with a bunch of weird birds and have to explain that to my family. Well, Whitney rubbed the big gam, man. Then we dripped candle wax on each other. And then it got real
And then
weird.
she ignited me. It was really uncomfortable. Our families already don't understand this.
No, they refuse to even listen. They're mortified.
do.
They're afraid of what it. They don't realize how good it is. That's what it is. If they knew how good our podcast
Exactly.
was, they're afraid to listen and be like, "Oh my god, that's my mom."
We're funny.
To no one else, to ourselves. So
I mean,
there.
Chris is our producer,
Yeah.
and he said it's funny.
So it must be true.
Yeah.
It's like when your mom
tells
tells you
you.
you're pretty.
Chris is just
Chris
lying.
is our mom telling us we're pretty.
Thanks,
okay?
Chris. You're a good mom.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the tacos and the cookies. Oh, he is our mom.
And then we say something really weird about Chris every single
I
episode.
know. He's probably like, could you just leave my name out of this?
Yes, I don't want to be
Idiots.
associated with this. Oh, God.
According to Strickler, these Chicago sightings are unlike anything he's seen in his decades investigating alleged flying humanoid sightings. Like, can you imagine this?
Decades?
Decades?
How do you make a living?
Flying?
How does he pay his rent?
Yeah, and you've been doing this since the 70s or whatever. Like, how did you find out where these alleged flying humanoid sightings were? There were no Google alerts for this.
He just had an ad in the newspaper.
He did.
But literally, like, how does he pay his rent? He's like,
Clearly
works
not
at
by
Taco Bell during the day.
He must. So, anywho.
Love that guy.
Yeah,
Lon.
Lon. But if you're listening, reach out. We'd love to talk to
Yeah,
you.
Lon, email us onthehaunt@gmail.com. Thank you.
Looking forward to it.
We get no emails. We want
No.
emails so bad. We only get emails from Spreaker, who is our podcast hosting website.
Yeah.
And I've been looking at making some merch, so I get emails about that because they just want me to buy it. Send us an email.
Yeah, please. We're desperate. Even if it's just to tell us how stupid we are. We're fine
Or
with
if
it.
you
We
want to
understand.
say, something you like about it, how...
Yeah, that would be better. I would appreciate that more than you telling us how stupid we are. But
We're so sad and
we are.
desperate.
Please be our friend.
We won't talk about gerbils anymore.
No.
I swear. Why do I keep bringing it
Stop.
back?
No more butthole gerbils or camel toes. We
Why do I
promise.
keep bringing
Actually,
it up?
we shouldn't be making
Not
promises
at
we
all.
can't keep.
Nope.
The sightings is historical and cryptozoology terms. For one, it's happening in an urban area for the most part, that there are so many sightings in one period.
Mm-hmm.
He added he believes there are at least 3 flying humanoids around Chicago due to the varied locations, the concentration
like a
of sightings
family.
in certain neighborhoods, and the small differences in the eyewitness testimonies.
It's a family.
Yeah, so they found
there
each
like a
other.
baby?
Good for them. Maybe. Or maybe they're just like, hey, you're a humanoid. I'm a humanoid. That guy over there, I think his name is Earl. He's a humanoid. Why don't we, hang out in Chicago
Let's
together?
go. You know where Lauren lives?
Yeah.
Lon, I mean,
Lon.
let's go right by Lon's house. They're just like outside. Ha!
Lon, it's going to be the greatest
It's
day of your life.
It's us! We're here!
You've waited your whole life, Lon. They're not at his house. They're at the Taco Bell drive-thru window.
Lon! Lon, can I get a burrito?
Let's talk. You can quote me in your book.
Oh my God. Poor Lon.
Poor Lon. The main reference point Strickler uses for explaining this phenomenon was the wave of reported Mothman sightings in Point Pleasant, West Virginia from 1966 to 67. So they're just kind of going back and talking about
How
that
many there
because
were.
this article is just about Chicago. So, like,
That is crazy,
people
though.
who don't know about the Mothman in West Virginia.
Not
come
us.
on. No way.
And you all.
Yeah. After this. Anyways.
After
oh my
this
God, there's so many
history
weird
lesson.
pauses. Strickler doesn't believe that what Chicagoans? Am I saying
Yeah,
that?
for sure. Appalachian. Appalachian! Sorry, still funny. Like, nope. But close. You're right there.
Just shorten that vowel. Oh, God.
I just snorted again. Oh, my God.
Okay, so he doesn't believe that what Chicagoans have been seeing are harbingers of bad things to come.
Okay.
These beings are less aggressive than the ones in Point Pleasant, for the most part.
What does that mean?
he know?
And what's that mean? For the most part, that one time he gave me a really aggressive wedgie.
What did the Mothman do that was aggressive?
Yeah,
I mean, he ate that dog, but allegedly, we don't know.
Aren't they picking people up?
Yeah, that's just a little aggressive.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be like, let go. I don't like that when you pick me up and fly away. Where are you taking me?
This is so aggressive.
They just bring them all to Taco Bell. Lauren, Lauren, what? I keep saying Lauren.
Because I put that
Oh
in
my
your head.
God. Sorry, my eyes are watering.
You got some of that fire sauce, Lon? Look, I'm dropping off another one.
Lon.
That's what it all is anyways. Lon's like trying to make manager at Taco Bell. So he's paying all these humanoids to just like kidnap people and drop them off at his...
Lon's like, can you quit coming here? Never gonna be manager.
No. Well, he's...
We're just making fun of Lon relentlessly.
Oh, God. Where am I? I believe overall there was only one being in the Point Pleasant area that was seen during the period. While he's not sure why Chicagoans are seeing what they're seeing, he theorized, I think they're flesh and blood beings that aren't of this world. Well, they are of this world. They're here. No, that wasn't Lon, though. I thought I was saying that. That was Strickler. Was that his name?
Whatever your name is. Ooh.
A doctor. David A. Gallo is a psychologist from the University of Chicago whose research deals with memory, specifically how people actively and sometimes inaccurately reconstruct the past, studying why people believe or are skeptics of paranormal psychic phenomena. A fan of the Mothman prophecies, he offered his own explanations for what's happening in Chicago. It's a selective sample.
Oh.
Okay. When people are choosing to report sightings, the basis of data upon which your paranormal researchers are collecting is all self-report, he said over a phone call. Okay, because that was an important detail.
He's not a real...
He FaceTimed me, so he's a really busy guy.
Yeah, why did it need to say that?
He's not sampling random people and asking if they saw the Mothman. He's just counting the number of people that voluntarily came forward to report. Well, no, because if you walk up to somebody in Chicago and be like, hey, have you seen a Mothman? You're getting shot. Like, of course it's a very small sampling.
You just stand on the street with a... Hi, we're doing a poll.
Oh, God, like those people in the malls.
We're doing a poll. You can, if you do this poll with me, you can get a sucker.
A Taco Bell coupon. But it can only be at Lon's franchise branch. What are they called?
Franchise. And only for Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Yes.
Which is disgusting.
So, do you prefer Tide or...
Gain?
I don't know. And have you seen a Mothman?
Yes or no?
We're going to open small and end big.
Yes.
So anyways, there's just like all these people saying, theorizing why people think they're seeing, rather than just admitting that they're seeing what they're claiming to be seeing. And then I did look up, I've got like some dates and locations on my phone, just that tell other places that allegedly have had reported sightings of the Mothman. So in 2001, it was reported in Sedalia, Missouri.
Shut up!
So if anyone listening knows anything about this, please. And now we're not just like panhandling for emails, like for real. Email us. We want to hear about it.
Is there a college in Sedalia?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Stop asking me details about facts. Camden, Maine, and Mawan, Cornwall, England. These were all in 2001. 2002, it was reported in San Diego. 2003, a Mothman was reportedly seen in Orizaba, Veracruz, Mexico. 2004, it was reported in Val de la Salle, Monterrey, Nuevo Leon, Mexico, Standing Rock Indian Reservation, Ziebach County, South Dakota, Newport, Tennessee, and Martinez, California. In 2005, a large man-shaped bird creature That's a lot of in the description.
Man-shaped bird creature.
Man-shaped bird creature was reported in Comanche County, Oklahoma, Washington County, Pennsylvania, and San Marcos, California. 2006, there were a large number of Mothman sightings in Mexico, Canada, England, Poland, Argentina, Brazil, Russia, and all across the United States.
Oh my gosh.
And from 2011 to 2018, he was spotted in Chicago near Lake Michigan multiple times, nearly 70 at latest count,
Wow.
and numerous witnesses.
Wow.
In 2016, reports surfaced a man in Point Pleasant had captured a video of the Mothman. Images have surfaced, but the reports remain unconfirmed.
So he's still in
to Snopes.
So he's still in Point Pleasant.
Yeah, they still continue to this day
Interesting.
to have
Sightings in Port Pleasant.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that was Mothman.
Awesome, Amy.
Thanks. It was good times.
I love the Mothman.
Yeah, I think it's fascinating. And if you really do some more in-depth research rather than just talking about the sightings and locations and stuff, a lot of things that you read will tell that anytime he's seen, almost every time something bad happens.
Mm-hmm.
So they think he's kind of like an omen
Interesting.
or there to foretell the future. So you
creepy.
can take what you want with that, but that is, rumor has it, for the Mothman.
Love
So,
it. I mean, don't love it. Don't want to see him.
No, you stay away.
Don't want to
Stay
see
away.
him. Don't want to be have any forecasted bad stuff.
No, so Lon, just stay in your own lane, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's going to happen to Lon? He's seen him so many times.
Yeah, like Lon,
Look out.
yeah, you're practically
Get a life insurance policy.
a couple at this point, Lon. Just saying.
You're practically a couple.
I mean, you're so obsessed with him. You're not really a couple.
I want to
You're
marry him already.
Yeah, you're like restraining order level at this point, Lon.
The Mothman gets us.
ex parte.
He shows
The
up
police
at the
are like,
court.
this guy, this humanoid. How did they describe
I have
it on there?
feelings too.
This
He has
large
an ID.
bird-like human creature.
He has like an ID. Like, okay.
Except you can't see his face because his eyes are on the side of his
Right.
head.
Oh my God. Okay.
So that was an interesting episode.
It was.
Hope you enjoyed it. We covered all sorts of topics in
We
addition
did.
to our cryptids.
I think we do great at night. Look at us go.
And
It's
we
real
didn't
creepy.
set anything on fire. His face.
Mr. Decker. Is Mr. Decker's face look like that the whole time?
I feel like his mouth is more droopy.
I feel like that too.
Great. We've given him Bell's palsy. Fantastic.
Yeah, something's okay. Anyway, we're creeped out. Okay, so please follow us on all of our social media. I'm gonna try to get this right.
Okay.
Facebook, we're on the haunt.
Yes.
Instagram, on the haunt. Twitter, on haunt podcast. Yeah, killed it. We are on the haunt at gmail.com. On the hauntpodcast.com. Whatever. Just like Google it.
Yeah.
It'll come up.
You can
It's
find
fine.
us on Apple. You
Yes.
can find us on Stitcher.
Castbox.
Yeah.
We don't know how we got on Castbox. We
No.
still don't. It's a mystery.
YouTube, but I don't really like YouTube because it doesn't really save your place and stuff like some
Oh,
of
it
those others
doesn't?
now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we
anyways.
are on YouTube. So, yeah, let us know. Hit us up. Give us some rates. Give us some reviews. Subscribe. Download. I don't know.
And
all that stuff.
Contact us some way,
Please.
please.
We're desperate. We're sorry.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.